Welcome to wireless fading channel estimation for downlink mobile communication. Okay, this is for the course of the principles of estimation for MIMO and OFDM wireless communication. Okay, today we discuss mainly about the wireless communication. In that we know that okay, what is a fading. Okay, in the previous classes also we discussed the fading. Okay, now we mainly in the wireless communication, what is the cause of the fading. Okay, here different types of fadings also there. One is a slow fading, fast fading. Okay, those are also we also discussed, and also we have to estimate the wireless fading of the downlink mobile communication. Okay, for here we are see the some in the likelihood function and maximum likelihood function. Okay, coming to maximum likelihood function estimation, the channel coefficient of a wireless communication system as well as the properties of the maximum likelihood estimation, that will be we know that a mean and variance. Okay, we know the variance and we know the mean. Okay, and we have to find out the wireless communication fading, how the mean will be occur, how the variance will be occur, that will also we can see in this session. Okay, let us now look at the simple examples to compute the estimation of the wireless channel coefficient to understand the process of the better way to the communication. Okay, and also we can see the simple examples of the wireless communication. What is a simple example means? In the previous also we find out from the wireless sensor network. Okay, there we seen the nodes. Okay, what is a node, what is a cluster, what is a sensor node. Okay, there we find out the parameters. Okay, there we find out the parameters. What are the parameters we find out? There we find out the humidity, pressure, temperature. Okay, that is sensing from the parameter. That is a unknown parameter we have taken from the observing model. Okay, that is also we've seen in the previous sessions, but in this session mainly we go for the how the fading will be occur in the wireless estimation, that we'll see in the channel estimation. Okay, for example, you are consider the any wireless system model. Wireless system model. Okay, here we consider the wireless system model. What is the main function and observation? We know that what is observation? Y equal to h plus v. We know that this observation. But coming to a wireless system model, we have to find out the y of k equal to h of x of k plus v of k. Okay, we have to find out this one. Okay, here this is the output of the function. Okay, this is the output. Okay, here we can find out that this is a channel coefficient. Okay, this is a channel coefficient. This is a channel coefficient. Okay, this one is a noise. Okay, we know this. This is a noise observation model. Okay, coming to x of k is the transmitted pilot symbol. This is the transmitted pilot symbol. Okay, this is a transmitted pilot symbol. We have to take in the examples of the wireless channel estimation. Okay, and also we can consider the transmitter and receiver. Okay, some example of the receiver we can take in the mobile. Okay, there we also find out the estimation, also true parameter also we can find out. Okay, this is the wireless fading channel estimation, and also we go for the a simple example. This is a wireless sensor network estimation. What is that? We take in the output and also the coefficient and also noise. Okay, here mainly we consider the transmitter pilot symbol. Okay, here we mainly consider the transmitter pilot symbol, that is a k stands. Okay, there you can consider the x1, x2, x3, x4. Those are the coefficients. And also coming to outputs also we have considered the y1, y2, y3, y4. Okay, there we can combine the all the possibilities, then we can find out the final estimation of the wireless channel. Okay, we just now we seen the some models of the wireless channels. This is a model for the wireless channel, then we can find out the estimation. Okay, here this describes, okay, this describes the input and output models. Okay, what is input and what is output? For example, you consider the y of k here. Okay, y of k equal to x of k. Okay, here we find out the unknown parameter plus v of k. Okay, this is the output here. This is the output. Okay, this is a transmitter section. That means like input. And also this is a noise. Okay, here we have the downlink. What is the downlink? What is the uplink? Okay, that is also we can see. Okay, whenever you go for the base station, you consider the one transmitter. Okay, one base station, transmitter, and receiver. From the base station, we can take the transmitter section to the base station. After that, that will signal goes to the receiver section. Okay, that is any mobile or any receiver device. Okay, there we can consider a downlink. If you are transmitting from the mobile to base station, that is a uplink. Okay, that is also I will show into the diagram. Okay, some wireless station, base station is the transmitting and the downlink. Let us say the transmitting mobile, therefore we have transmitted signal is the x of k. For example, here I consider okay, this is a base station. Here I consider this is a receiver. For example, this is a mobile. Okay, this is a mobile. I consider this is a base station. Okay, here this is a base station. Okay, this is a mobile. Here what will happen? Here from the mobile base station to receiver section. Okay, here we consider the x of k. This is a transmitted pilot. Okay, this is the coefficient. Okay, this is a h. Okay, here this is a output y of k. This is a output. Okay, this is a x of k. This is a h, and this is a y of k. Okay, here this is some transmitter pilot section, and this is the channel coefficient, and this is a output. Okay, like that will be there for the downlink. Downlink means this base station to mobile. Base station to mobile, the transmitted signal from the base station to receiver section, that is called downlink. If you are go with the uplink, means mobile to base station, that time inputs or outputs are changed. Okay, that what will happen that time? The mobile has the input and the base station is the output section, because whenever you go for the downlink means from the base station to output section, base station to output section. Coming to uplink, the some receiver, the mobile to base station, that is the uplink. Downlink and uplink. Okay, now we can see that a receiver signal, and which is a x y of k is a mobile channel coefficient. Okay, and here we can take in the some basically of the here we added the some added noise. Okay, here for the y of k we added the some noise. Here we consider the some noise, that is the v of k. That is a v of k. We already we can add the noise also to the some input signal. Okay, here this is basically a mobile station. This may taken the simple wireless downlink scenario. Okay, here we consider the simple wireless downlink scenario. Here just remember, here we can consider taken the downlink scenario. We can give a signal from the transmitter to base station to receiver section. Okay, there we having the some time pilot section. Okay, that is a transmitter pilot. Okay, and coming to this h is the channel coefficient and y of k is the output. Okay, there we can find out the some adding the noise. Okay, that is a v of k. This is in the scenario of the wireless downlink. Okay, coming to the simple wireless network scenario, whatever we consider the downlink scenario, that is basically base station is transmitting to a mobile. Okay, it's for example the most of the base station transmit symbol x of k. Okay, that symbol is that's from the transmitter. From the transmitter we are considering the x of k. Okay, okay, from the transmitter we consider x of k, that it travels through the channel with the channel coefficient. This is a channel coefficient. Okay, it will take through the channel from the between the transmitter and receiver. We having the channel, that is any wire or wireless media or any air. Okay, we are considering the medium is the channel, that is the h coefficient. Okay, the medium is the h coefficient, x is the transmitter. Okay, coming to this one is a scenario for the downlink only, that is for base station to receiver station. Okay, base station to receiver section. Okay, here we can consider the channel is a coefficient, channel h is the channel coefficient. Okay, it is represented by the h. Okay, the received symbol at the mobile depending on the So it is also denoted by the y of k. This is the output. It is also represented with the yk. Okay, and also in this station we are considering the transmitting, and the mobile is a receiving purpose. Okay, the base station we consider in the transmitter section. This is a base station. Okay, whatever we consider, this is a base station. Okay, this is for transmitter purpose. Here this is a mobile I consider here, that is for receiver section. Okay, here we consider the mobile for receiver section. This transmitter signal represent with the x of k, and whatever signal transmitting from the base station to receiver section, we are considering the channel like a medium. Okay, that is represented with the channel coefficient. Okay, and also the receiver section, that is a mobile, whatever you can take in the receiver section, that is represented with the y of k. And also in this session, in the downlink scenario, we are adding the some noise. It is represented with the v of k. Okay, up to this is the total simple wireless network. Just here consider the transmitter section and receiver section. Okay, corresponding when your mobile transmitting and the base station is receiving, what will happen? The scenario is a downlink. But coming to uplink, that is also transmission. The corresponding model for the uplink scenario is a symmetric. Same thing. Okay, if you consider the y of k is the output section in the mobile receiver, but it is scenario is different. But symmetrically, that is a y of k equal to x of h of k plus a v of k. Okay, that is the same scenario. But the what in this uplink scenario, what will happen? Coming to uplink, what will happen? Here, this is a mobile station. Mobile. Okay, this is a base station. Okay, what will happen? Okay, here in the downlink, here I consider first of all I will say the downlink. Here this is a base station, and this is a mobile. Okay, this is a base station and this is mobile. What will happen? Here the signal go like this. Okay, in this uplink like this. Okay, here the transmitter and receiver different. Here this is a transmitter and this is a receiver. But in the coming to here, this is a transmitter and this is a receiver. Symmetrically, this is a x of k is a transmitter symbol. By the mobile is a y of k symbol at the base station. Here we can represent with the this is a x of k and this is a y of k in this station. Coming to here, this is a x of k and this is a y of k. Okay, like this will happen in the uplink scenario. This is for the downlink. This is for downlink scenario. This is for the uplink scenario. Okay. Okay, here that basically we can actually we can find out for the estimation in the wireless channel estimation. It can also procedure for can be used to estimate the channel coefficient both at the mobile and the downlink, also base station in the uplink. Okay, coming to, we are taking a simple example, that is we're considering the some added noise. Okay, for that we are having the some equations. For that we can take in the later here we can consider the transmitter pilot. Okay, for the transmitter pilot we are consider what is the transmitter pilot, that is a x of k. Okay, the transmitter pilot is the x of k. Here we can consider the, here this is a x of k, we are taken for the kth stage, but we consider for x of 1 equal to 1 plus I. Okay, 1 plus I. X of 2 equal to 1 minus j. Okay, x of 3 equal to 2 minus j. Coming to x of 4 equal to 1 plus 2j. Okay, this is for taken for the symbols for 4 transmitting symbol, 4 transmitting symbols. Here we consider the transmit symbol, and also we can find out the vector of the transmitted pilot. Okay, vector for the transmitter. This is for the transmitter symbol, x of 1 equal to 1 plus I, and x of 2 equal to 1 minus j, and x of 3 equal to 2 minus j, and x of 4 equal to 1 plus 2j. Okay, this is for the this one. Sorry, this is the 1 plus j. Okay, that is a real part, and imaginary part we are considering for the 4 transmitted pilot symbols. Okay, and also we can take second some idea of the VK, and also previous models we are also assumed. Okay, the mean is 0. Where we have assumed in the previous sessions, we already find out v of k equal to 0. This is a mean. We know it. If you consider the v of k whole square equal to sigma square, what is this one? Variance. This is a mean and this is a variance. Okay, we also find out in the previous sessions. Okay, and also we can assume here that is a R2 noise is a 0, and if you are taken is a 0 mean that is a symmetric complex Gaussian noise, variance is the sigma square. Okay, that is a sigma square is a variance is a sigma square. Here we consider the 3 dB. Okay, here we consider 3 dB. If you are go with the 0 mean that is symmetric complex Gaussian noise with the variance it is given by 3 dB. Then also we can take in the R2 complex Gaussian noise. It is for also taken the same 3 dB. Okay, the variance we are considering for the 3 dB. Okay, here just I consider x of 1 equal to 1 plus j. X of 2 equal to I consider 1 minus j. X of 3 equal to I consider 2 minus j. X of 4 equal to I consider 1 plus 2j. Okay, this is for the 4 transmitting. From this one we can find out the x bar, that is a transmitted pilot vector. We can also find out transmitted pilot vector. Okay, like this we having the transmitted pilot vector in this being transmitted channel estimation, and also we can consider transmitted pilot symbols. Okay, we are mainly we having the x of k. From the x of k, how many signals, how many transmitted symbols are there? In that, what is the equals of the transmitted symbol? That will also we just now I will taken from in this one. From in this one, we are considering the some downlink scenario. Here we can consider the downlink which are transmitted by the base station on the downlink. Okay, whatever we consider in the 4 transmitted symbol. Okay, whatever we consider the 4 transmitted symbol, those are coming for the downlink scenario only. Those are comes under for the downlink scenario. It is transmitted by the base station on the downlink. Okay, that is in the form of the 4-point symbol. It is go for the some fact of the, we can also take the stack of these 4 pilot symbols as a pilot is better. Okay, so that we can have the x bar equal to, we find out this one, these are transmitter, and we have the x bar equal to, this is in the basically pilot vector. Here we considering the pilot vector equal to 1 plus j, 1 minus j, 2 minus j, 1 plus 2j. Okay, this is for the x bar. This is for x bar. This is a pilot vector. This is for only input signal. This is for only transmitted pilot. Okay, that means x of k. Okay, in the every communication we are having the transmitter and receiver and channel medium also. Okay, we have to find out one by one. Okay, first of all we have to find out the x of k, and that is a pilot vector also we can find out here. And also coming to output section we can also represent with the y of k. Okay, actually y of k equal to, we have the x of k plus v of k. This is a output, and this is the channel coefficient. Okay, channel coefficient. Coming to, this is a noise. Okay, and this one is the transmitter section, transmitted pilot. Okay, here already is there. Okay, that is a transmitted pilot. Okay, just now we find out this one. Next, coming to y of k. This is in the output section. Okay, here the corresponding received symbols. Okay, in the, we have taken for the some symbols of the transmitter section, that is x1, x2, x3, x4. But here also we can find out the, in the receiver section, y1, y2, y3 and y4. Okay, here we can find out the y4. Okay, like that we can have the symbols. They're given the y1 equal to 3 plus 5j, the corresponding symbols. Okay, y2 equal to minus 5 minus 3j, y3 equal to 2 plus 3j, y4 equal to 3 minus 2j. Okay, here we given for the 4 received symbol. Okay, 4 received symbol. Okay, here we having the some okay, 4 received symbol. Just now we find out the 4 transmitted symbol. These are the 4 received symbols. Okay, here in the transmitter section we also find out the transmitted pilot vector, that is the x bar. Here also we can find out the y bar also. Okay, these are the corresponding received outputs of the pilot outputs, okay, from the transmitted symbol. Okay, so that we can find out the 4 corresponding symbol outputs. We do that 4 transmitted pilot out symbols are x1, x2, x3. When we are taking the stack to the pilot vector x bar, okay, there is x bar corresponding to each of the pilot symbols, transmitted pilot symbols on the downlink. Okay, just here we can find out only downlink scenario. Okay, like that we have taken the y1, y2, y3, y4. That is on the at the mobile and the downlink. Okay, this whenever you go for the downlink scenario only. Downlink. Okay, whenever you go for the downlink, what is the y bar equal to? We know that y1 equal to, we are considering the here 3 plus 5j, here 3 plus 5j, y2 equal to 5 minus 3j. Okay, y3 equal to 2 plus 3j, y4 equal to minus 3 minus 2j. Okay, like that we can consider. Like that we can having the y bar. Okay, this is in the vector, output vector. Then you can find out the 3 plus 5j and 5 minus 3j, 2 plus 3j, minus 3 minus 2j. Here this is for the vector purpose. Okay, here we can consider in the vector. Okay, like that we can go with the some transmitted signals symbols and also received symbol. We can take in the basically output vector or basically part of the output vector. Okay, and also the corresponding pilot symbol when it is matched or not, automatically it taken the understand and the output vector y bar, and also we can take in from the y bar. Okay, like that we can corresponding the some y bar pilot vector. Okay, we know that x bar vector and we know the y bar vector. Okay, therefore we have transmitted the vector x bar, we have the observation of the vector y bar. Okay, here all the parameters we taken from the observation model only. Okay, the both these vectors complex entries, therefore they are complex in nature. Therefore the scenario we are considering the estimation that is complex based on channel coefficient, that is for only channel coefficient. Okay, in this one mainly we are taken the h bar equal to, okay, up to now we know it in the what is the formula, y of k equal to h of x of k plus vk. We know it, we find out the y of k, we find out the x of k, then we can move to the h. Okay, we can take in the h x y minus y bar by mod. Okay, like this we can find out. Okay, for this complex channel coefficient, this is a complex channel coefficient. Okay, channel coefficient. Okay, first of all we have to find out the x bar mod x bar whole square. Okay, here for that we are having the, here we are considering the all the parameters 1 plus j whole square plus 1 minus j whole square plus 2 minus j whole square plus 1 plus 2j whole square. Okay, we can whenever we compute this one, we can have taken the 2 plus 2 plus 5 plus 5. This is for 14. Okay, now we can find out this one. Okay, then we can move to this one x. This is the Hermitian x y bar. Okay, we know it. Here we taken the some transpose and conjugate. Okay, here we consider the transpose and conjugate. Then we can go with the 1 minus j into 1 plus j, 2 plus j, 1 minus 2j. Okay, here we taken the transpose and conjugate function. Okay, transpose and conjugate. Then into we are consider the output section. We know the y bar also. Okay, in the previous one we find out the x bar and y bar. What is the y vector? The output vector is the 3 minus 5j minus 5 minus 3j, 2 plus 3j minus 3 minus 2j. Okay, this is a output vector. This is a x armation. Okay, then we can simplify this one. We can get the, okay, then we can simplify 3 plus 5 minus 5 plus 3 plus 4 minus 3 minus 3 plus 4. This is the real part. Coming to imaginary part, plus minus 3 plus 5 minus 5 minus 3 plus 2 plus 6 minus 2 of j. This is comes under the imaginary part. Then we can find out the 0 plus 6j. Okay, here this is for value of the x Hermitian into output of vector. Okay, here we find out the complex channel coefficient. We know that y of k, we know that x of k, we know that channel complex coefficient. Okay, then we can move to some framework. Okay, that is a estimation realistic scenario by the channel coefficient is the Hermitian. That is a h. Okay, the complex baseband channel coefficient is the h. Then we can see to the coefficient is basically represents the complex baseband transmission. Here we consider the models. What are the models we consider? Wireless communication models. And there we can have the channel between the transmitter. Okay, then we can have the receiver in the mobile in the downlink scenario. Okay, coming to in this estimation of the baseband channel, we can take in the one by one. Okay, the quantities we can take, compute all the, we can take the one by one. Then we can having the some complex parameter. Okay, then we can also take in the estimation of the complex baseband channel coefficient, and also we can find out the complex parameter. Both we can find out here. Okay, here we can take in the x bar is this is the x bar Hermitian. Okay, we find out the x bar Hermitian. That is basically x bar Hermitian is taken further. We have to compute the quantities. Okay, compute this numerator and x bar Hermitian. What is the numerator? H hat equal to x Hermitian into y bar by mod x minus square. Okay, here we consider this numerator is x bar Hermitian, y bar is also computed for denominator. Okay, then we can have the some of the square is also taken for the Hermitian x bar. Then we can move into the some denominator section of the computing. There we can having the coefficient, and also we can take in the some number of the quantities by one. Okay, whenever it is divided by the taken here, we can, for example, here I substitute those values here. H hat equal to x Hermitian y bar mod x bar whole square. Here I consider what is the value in the previous one. Here I find out here. This is a value. This is a value for 0 plus 6j. That means 6j. Okay, here we consider the 6j. Okay, that will I find substitute here. That is a 6j by 14. This value also we find out. Then we can write down the 6 by 14j. Okay, this is for the channel coefficient. Okay, this is a complex channel coefficient. H bar equal to 6 by 14j. Okay, here we can find out the some parameters of the wireless feeding channel. Okay, how we can feeding channel means we have to estimate the transmitter section and also receiver section, and also we can find out the parameters for the channel coefficient. Okay, in this one that is equals to the 6 divided by 14. That is into real part, imaginary part. Okay. Okay, in this mainly we are taken the some expression for the complex baseband channel coefficient. That is a h hat equals to what we get here. H hat equal to we are considering the h hat equal, we are considering what is the answer, 6 by 14j. Okay, this is the, we are computing the variance. Okay, here mainly the expression for the complex baseband channel, and also that is equal to the estimation of the parameter. Okay, both we can find out here, and also it compute the variance of the channel estimation. Okay, whenever you considering the baseband channel coefficient, before that we have to find out the input or transmitter pilot section and also receiver section. Then we can go into both, we can take in from the channel complex or channel coefficient. Okay, like that we can find out here, and also we can compute the variance of the compute channel, and also we can take in the variance of the general estimation. Okay, here we having the some expected value of the magnitude of the h hat. Okay, what is the magnitude of the h hat equal to, we are find out the, this is in the transmitter section. Okay, in the transmitter section also we can find out the x bar. Okay, this is a transmitter pilot. Okay, this is for transmitter pilot. Okay, next coming to here, what will happen, the average values. Okay, for example, if you go with the x of k, okay, this is for only one mean value, one average value. Okay, if you go for the x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4, okay, this is for to average mean, and also average of the mean and variance, mean variance. Okay, like that we can find out. Okay, just here we considering the 3 dB only. Okay, we are considering the 3 dB noise, or that is coming to noise variance equals to the 3 dB. If your estimate is 10 log 10 sigma square, that is also you can take the dB noise variance. Okay, that is dB noise variance. Okay, so that the variance whatever we taken from the channel, that is also expected to the value of the h hat. H hat is the estimation parameter. Okay, it is which is equal to the divided by 14, because we are considering the x of k equal, we considering the 14. How we can take in the 14? That is from the all the four transmitted symbol, that is we consider for the all four transmitted symbols. Okay, and also we can consider the four received symbols also. The four received symbols. Okay, here we considering the 14. This is the answer is a 14, and here we get the 6j. Okay, then we can quantity basically 1 by divided by n. Okay, this is for normal purpose, and also we can take in the some baseband channel, and how we can compute the variance of the baseband estimation. That is 1 over by n, that is 1 by 7. Okay, then we can find out the estimation of the 1 by 7. Okay, further remember we are assuming the zero mean. Okay, here we taken the zero mean. Okay, we know that what is the relative noise of the v of k equal to 0. The estimation of the e equal to, we know that mean is, this noise is, the noise mean is 0, and also we can take in the by noise is symmetric and complex Gaussian symmetric. Therefore it is also means we have proved the previous module side the estimation of the real and imaginary parts. Basically it is uncorrelated. We are considering some correlated function and uncorrelated, but coming to uncorrelated, we are considering the estimation of the real and imaginary parts. Okay, we are considering the real and imaginary parts are uncorrelated. Okay, then we can finally we can also implies the sum of the noise is symmetric complex, and we can consider the sum of the estimation is equal to the variation of the imaginary part. Okay, both we are considering real part and imaginary part. Okay, both parts we are considering for the estimation of the channel fading. Okay, and also we can having the half of the total variance. So whatever we can considering the variance, we have to take for the estimation of the total variance. Okay, here the net variance, the estimation of the complex parameter, basically 1 over by 7. The variance of the parameter is imaginary. Okay, then you can consider the real and imaginary parts are equal. The basically the the net variance. Okay, the net variance that of basically 1 over by 7, that is basically that is comes under the 1 by 14, that is comes under the 1 by 14. Okay, that is actually the net variance is a 1 by 7. Okay, the net variance is a 1 by 7, but we can have taken for the 1 by 14 here. Okay, there are simple examples of the estimation procedure reaction. We can considering the downlink scenario, and also we considering the pilot symbols, and mobile is observing corresponding pilot symbols of the pilot outputs. Okay, finally here we considering the some of the knowledge transmitted pilot symbols also with the corresponding received pilot outputs. One, we can compute this channel estimation of the receiver. In this case, the mobile which is receiving the symbols and the downlink scenario. Okay, that is for the only downlink scenario. Okay, next we can see the what are the quantities. Okay, what are the quantities of complex the transmitted pilot symbol, that is comes under the baseband transmission, that is comes under the baseband transmission. Okay, and also for importantly the channel coefficient H. The channel coefficient H is the baseband channel coefficient. Okay, these all are the comes under the received pilot outputs, and also we can take in the noise samples at the receiver. We can consider the channel as a receiver. So corresponding to the simple example of the transmission, we are considering the 4 pilot symbols, 4 corresponding received pilot outputs. Okay, here we considering the 4 pilot symbols and 4 corresponding output symbols. What are the 4 corresponding output symbols? We are considering here x of k equal to, we consider x of 1, comma x of 2, comma x of 3, x of 4. Okay, coming to 4 corresponding received output signals, y of k equal to y of 1, y of 2, y of 3, and y of 4 we are considering, and it is that is a coefficient denoted by the h, and is also not only that. Okay, more importantly we are characterize the computer estimate the terms of the variance. Okay, how we can take in the variance is the estimation of the complex baseband channel coefficient, and also variance of the each the real imaginary components. Here the illustrate the process of the channel estimation. We are scheme for the maximum likelihood channel estimation of a wireless system. Okay, whenever we have stopped this model here, we continue with the other aspects of subsequent models. Okay, then we can take in the other models of the wireless feeding channel estimation. Okay, here we considering the transmitter pilots and receiver pilots, and some of the channel coefficient pilots. Okay, once we will see revise these how we can take in the channel estimation once revise. Okay, this is a base station. Okay, once we'll see, then you can understand easily. This is a x of k. Okay, this is our base station. Here I have mobile. Okay, this is a mobile. Okay, from the transmitter to the signal passes through receiver section. Okay, here what will happen? Here this is the channel. Okay, this is a channel. Okay, denoted by h. The channel is denoted by h. Okay, here we considering the some channel coefficient. Okay, this is for the downlink scenario. Downlink scenario. Okay, here we considering the downlink scenario. We can estimate the signal. Okay, for that we find out the x of k, y of k, and also h hat. We find out the h hat. Both parameters we find out here. This is all over comes under the wireless channel estimation, the complex baseband channel coefficient. Okay, mainly the here we consider the some additive noise that we can add it here. That is additive noise. That is a v of k. Whenever we are considering the additive noise, the v of k equal to 0. We are adding that one. Okay, mainly this is in the wireless feeding channel estimation. Okay, thank you. Mainly the baseband channel coefficient and the variance. Okay, we find out the here the channel coefficient and also x of k and y of k. Okay, that is all comes under the estimation of the channel. Okay, coming to in this model, we are go for the some subsequent module also. Okay, that is also comes under the next session. Okay, but in this session we are concentration on the comprehensive listed of the process of the channel estimation. Okay, coming to imaginary parts, we are considering the real parts. Okay, how we taken from the real parts and imaginary parts, we having the some of the channel coefficient, that is h cap h hat equal to, we are considering the in transmitted pilots and also received pilots. For that we are considering the for the h some of the x pilot equal to, we are considering the 4 transmit signals symbols, and also for the received section also we are considering the 4 received symbols. Those we can combine into the channel coefficient. Then we can also find out the real and imaginary parts. All are the about for the channel estimation of the wireless communication. Okay, mainly this is a model. Just we are considering the simple wireless system. Okay, we are considering only simple wireless system. Okay, for that we are having some fading techniques. Okay, that is also we can discuss in the next sessions. Okay, thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.